We all want to accomplish something crazy that we've always dreamed about. But I'm gonna tell you right now that cutting off everybody in your life, locking yourself in your room, and not touching grass for weeks is not the way to go. Don't get me wrong, there are periods where you need to do some of those things, but honestly, you should be doing quite the opposite. You need people around you that will uplift and encourage you along your journey. Imagine you're trying to climb Mount Everest. You are definitely not getting up to the summit by yourself. You will most certainly fail. But when you go with a team who supports you, who pushes you, and who are relentless, you will summit that mountain and you will win. There's a Bible verse that I really like that goes along with this idea perfectly, which is Ecclesiastes 4:9, and it says, "Two people are better off than one, for they can help each other succeed." Ever since I gained success with my gaming YouTube channel, for months I've had the urge inside of me to start a self-development channel, the one you're watching right now, so I could help others grow and make an impact on the world and fulfill their God-given destinies. But it was always just sitting in the back of my mind until one of my friends connected me with another creator named Abe Ott. Ever since we started working together and absolutely roasting the crap out of each other's YouTube channels and helping each other on our journey, we both have seen way more success. Personally, on this channel, the videos I've been posting have gotten 10 times, and I'm not joking, 10 times the amount of views, and I've been learning so much more by just hanging around him. In turn, being able to reach more people with this content. And if you don't believe me, I'm gonna let Abe chime in and tell you his side of the story.
Well, hello there. I remember when I used to always intentionally isolate myself. And what my isolation looked like was what a lot of other people's self-improvement looks like, which is pretty much just sitting on their bed with a book and a cup of coffee in their hands. But that's not really self-improvement. That's just living a life of comfort. And even if reading a book with a cup of coffee in your hands on your bed isn't the only thing that you do, from what I've learned, isolation still has negative effects. When I isolated myself, my mental health was getting worse. I learned a lot less because it was only me learning instead of multiple people socializing and learning together. And I also made a lot less progress in terms of my personal life and also my success. But I learned that I should start socializing with more people. So I started hanging out with Jeff and my brother more. And once I started hanging out with them more, I gained more experiences and lessons from those experiences. My mental health was starting to get better. I learned more because it wasn't just me by myself learning anymore. Instead, it was multiple people sharing their ideas and lessons with each other so that they could grow so much faster. And I also learned that I started to work even harder, because when you have that contrast between just sitting down by yourself in pure focus, but also socializing with good people, then when it comes time to focus, you can focus to the full extent because you don't have this almost void inside of you that is craving socializing, making you more distracted when it comes time to actually work. So with all of that in mind, what I think we should do is find good people to socialize with, people who want to grow in life. And once you do that, once you find those good people to socialize with and you start socializing with them, I believe you will have similar experiences to my experience. I hope you got some value out of this, and as I usually say, keep working hard to make your future self proud. Now I'll hand the video back to Jeff.
I can't even tell you how important it is to find someone like this in your life. Because just imagine if you had one friend that wanted to accomplish the same things as you, and you guys just met up all the freaking time, you would at least be able to get 2 to 3 times the value out of it, compared to working by yourself, locking yourself in your room. And you'll be able to get at least 2 times the information, and 2 times being able to implement what you learn into action. Because you have 2 people instead of 1. When Abe comes over and he spends multiple nights at my house, we are just constantly working together, bouncing ideas off each other. And we watch other channels in our same niche, and we're able to pick them apart, learn new things, talk to each other what we learned from those videos, and then we can implement them into our own videos, improving faster and faster every single time. And by working together, we're able to overtake so much competition. Just to be clear, I'm not dissing any other self-development channel, because if you're making a difference in other people's lives, I applaud you for it and I encourage you so much. And I think what's most crazy about working together is that we're just having so much fun doing it. Because winning by yourself is one thing, but when you're winning with your teammates, it truly becomes way more fun, which honestly makes it almost impossible to burn out. It's a blessing to have a person like that in your life. So now you know how impactful it is to find people who are on the same mission as you, but what about the people that are already in your life, that you just see on a day-to-day basis? Should you cut them off or not? And the answer is you definitely shouldn't. Because those people are still human beings, and if you have a good connection, they're able to encourage you, and you both can just have normal fun together. But something that I realized that actually Abe taught me was that you always need to assume that someone knows something that you don't. Literally almost anyone could have good advice, or even have a different perspective than you do, and if they're cool enough, they'll look at your work or whatever you're doing, and they could give a different perspective on it, let you know what you could be improving, which brings a whole different type of value, because you'll just be getting better and better. But if there are people in your life who aren't helping you in any way, and you're not really helping them either, or maybe they're even distracting you from your purpose, you know those people that call you up, want to go out and party, or that are constantly trying to get you to hop on and play video games? For those people, if I don't have a really good, strong relationship with them, I just don't message them and let it fizzle out. If they aren't meant to be in your life and you're both going different directions, that's exactly what will happen. Another Bible verse that I really like is Proverbs 13:20, and it says, "Walk with the wise and become wise, associate with fools and get into trouble." You don't have to be disrespectful about it and send some text like, "I'm never hanging out with you again, you're distracting me," but you just don't have to hang out with them. You don't have to be what I was and just be a people pleaser and follow whatever everybody says because you're too afraid to be judged, because you are not responsible for other people's feelings about you, especially if they don't mean the best for you. There's one trap I think a lot of people fall into, especially something that I did all the time, when you're on that grind and wanting to achieve big things. And if you want to know what that is, click on this video right here, because it could save you months, if not years of your life. And remember, I'm rooting for you, and I'll see you in the next video.